My name is Anthony Sanders. I'm in a band called the Island of Misfit Toys, and I perform poetry under the name Songline Streaming Tracks, and I am from Chicago, Illinois.
I'm Daniel Radovanovic. I'm from Niles, Illinois, which is really close to Chicago. It's just a northwest suburb right there.
I lied, I'm also from Niles,
He's
but
from there.
I live in
He's from
Chicago.
He lives in Chicago. He's entitled to that. Anthony and I play in a band called Island of Misfit Toys. I play separately sometimes as Stutterbot. And Anthony and I have been doing poetry for a long time now. He got me into the idea of actually performing in high school. We had this thing called Louder Than a Bomb, where all these schools from Chicago and the borderline suburbs come in the city and compete and perform their own works of poetry. And I was writing at the time. Anthony had already observed the whole scene and was like, you should do it. And it all started with that. And we just kind of kept going, and now we're at this point on our second poetry tour, where we also play music.
Shattered mind. Thankfully, my loved one.
The
best and worst description somebody has given us is, was it quirky, brainy pop?
that's the first description that was ever. Well, our favorite thing to do is go when we tour and stuff like that, or if we play a show, try and find the Facebook event for the show, and then see how they describe us in the Facebook event. And the first one we ever had was when we played in a house in Rockford. That happened several times. And this was when like all the recordings are really lo-fi and bad, and they described us as quirky, brainy, left of the dial indie pop.
Where will I go again?
It somehow allowed us to be able to do whatever we can, but because we work to make money, and because the band will also make money on the road and stuff like that, it's led it to be so that we don't have to pour like hundreds and hundreds of dollars into this band, which is great, because it means that both of our, like, the different lives that we all lead can be congruous to the art that we make, and we don't have to suffer as hard as we have.
You just keep being perfect.
At one point, the only thing that was important in high school was the poetry slam and competing and seeing all my friends that I met through the program and all that stuff. And they told me that I couldn't participate if I missed like one more day or something.
And it was like me, if I didn't start passing classes and stuff like that, I would not even be able to compete or do anything like that.
And that in turn turned into me starting to care a little bit more towards the end about school, and actually graduating on time with my classmates, which is what every counselor told me I couldn't do. I think yesterday was a great comment. I don't know if it was weird. This girl yesterday loved how sad my stuff was. And I love how sad. And that wasn't and I was totally fine with that. That was a compliment, and like I wasn't mad at all, and I was like, great, because I'm not a big fan of like always talking about how happy my life is, you know. I'm not like not saying that I'm always sad, but you know, I can't sit here and tell
it is funny how people eat up sadness.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that hits harder to home than me going like, my life's great, I'm doing great things.
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of stuff.
It's actually sort of like touring.
Yeah, which I don't have anything. I'm sad. I'm sad.
But touring's funny because no one wants to hear stories about the great shows you played. Everyone wants to hear about the worst show you played.
Yeah.
And how weird it was and stupid it was.
Where will I go again? Where will I go again?
I find that most of my music itself is too self-referential, and like this too involves me far too much. So I try and make a lot of my poems portraits of other people I know, or my relationships with other people, because people are really the only, as opposed to people who lose faith in other people, people are really the only thing I keep stock in.